Under the current situation, selling final expense over the phone has exploded. I mean, every insurance marketing organization has agents doing it. However, is telesales the future of final expense sales? Well, I have to admit it, with the availability of TV leads, where the client sees the final expense commercial and calls in to get a quote, selling over the phone definitely works. And for the right person with the right work ethic, let me be clear, earning a six-figure income is absolutely doable. But what about face-to-face sales? You're probably wondering if most people are still selling face-to-face, as always, or if they've actually switched over to the telephone sales. I mean, honestly, guys, every day I'm getting phone calls from agents that are interested in selling over the phones because, well, a lot of folks that live in, let me just say, certain states seem to think that there is a zombie apocalypse going on out there. And of course, the one thing they're afraid of doing, absolutely, is going out in public, door knocking their final expense leads. So with that in mind, before we get into the video, if you stick around all the way to the end of the video, I'm going to show you how to get a copy of something that all agents should be using, whether you sell over the phone or face-to-face. The Social Security Benefits Calendar, and heck, we'll do a twofer, our custom memorial planning guide. Always make sure your clients have a copy of the calendar so they know exactly when they're going to be getting their Social Security monies and when the insurance carrier will be drafting the payment. And the memorial planning guide is just a nice way for them to see what has to be done for them when they pass away. That way, they can plan out their own funeral, their own final expenses, or at least let the family know what is expected of them. So guys, let's roll the intro and get this bad boy started. I'm Douglas Massi, and real quick, if you're new to final expense sales, I highly recommend you watch this video and then come back to this part of the video and click on the link above, Advanced Training. This playlist is videos that cover advanced techniques on everything from door knocking leads to, well, making your final expense sales presentation. And this is when I suggest that you subscribe if you're new to our channel. We are putting out new final expense and life insurance sales content weekly. And if you'll kindly throw this video a thumbs up, YouTube might just keep us relevant by sharing our videos with new viewers. So yeah, 2020 was a trying year for everyone, and for a lot of people, everything is completely different now than it was before. Interesting enough, in our industry, just about every life insurance agency released a telephone sales platform. Big surprise there, right? Even though, here's the messed up part, most of them are just god-awful. The good news is that a lot of folks that were, a lot of agents that were concerned about going out in public are actually back to work and, well, they've accepted the new normal. However, the shift has been done, and there are more people that sell final expense over the phone now than ever before. And just to be clear, yes, I do believe final expense telesales is here to stay and will be a big part of the future of final expense sales. It's become commonplace for insurance agents to run their own ads on Facebook and even generate leads through their own websites. And with the live inbound final expense TV leads being available to a lot of folks, talented telephone sales professionals are leaving their industries to sell final expense over the phone. The smart sales pros, the real go-getters, the closers, can buy like 8 to 10 TV inbound leads each day, and when you're closing like 20 to 25% of them, you're making like 10 plus sales each and every week. This is messed up, man. I used to drive all over Florida and spent a lot of uncomfortable nights in cheap hotel rooms in order to close that many sales each week. So with the TV leads, yeah, it's true. Everything is different now. Agents that would normally have to go out to sell don't even need to put on their pants to make the big bucks. And I'm still not convinced that final expense sales is gonna ever be done primarily over the phone. You heard it. As of today, there are still more face-to-face agents than telesales agents. Actually, most of our top producers, the face-to-face agents, never even slowed down during the virus. And some of these guys work in those states that were hit pretty darn hard by the Wu flu. I mean, think about it. Final Expense is one of the products that you can sell by parking your car and just going up and down the street, door knocking like totally cold. And as for my wife, Mariana, and myself, over the past year, we literally never turned off our leads or slowed down at all. I may only sell part-time these days, but for me, in Florida, nothing changed at all. Our sales numbers were exactly the same as they were back in 2019. There were just a lot less agents joining me for ride-alongs. But a few of our agents did make the switch to telesales. And still, well, they just haven't come back to selling face-to-face for one reason or another. For a copy of the Social Security calendar and the Memorial Planning Guide, the stuff I mentioned earlier in the video, just email me at doug@ufesonline.com. For more information on joining our Final Expense sales team, just shoot me an email at that same address. Remember, guys, when you put the needs of your clients first, everything else will usually fall right into place. Now, get out there and do something good for someone today. Happy hunting!